Now answer the first question. You will have this type of MCQs in your exam. So answer the first question. Why? Why key square? Huh? Both of them are non-numeric categorical variables, right? How will you find relationship between non-numeric? Chi-square test of independence. What is the purpose of multiple linear regression? Option C. To predict scores on a single dependent variable from scores of multiple independent variables. Option C. What does adjusted R square tell you? Not B. C. The amount of variance occurring in dependent variable can be accounted by the independent variables. C is the answer. Next question. Difference between actual and predicted values. When the null hypothesis B1 is equal to B2 is equal to B3 is equal to 0 is rejected, the interpretation should be ANOVA test. So what is the ANOVA test tell you? There is a relationship between a dependent variable and any of the three independent variables. Any of the three, or at least one of the three. At least one of the three independent variables, it has relationship. Dummy variables are used when? Quantitative is numeric. Qualitative variables, special characters, we will delete them. We can't have special characters in our data. Dummy variables are used when your data is qualitative. Qualitative means text. Quantitative means numbers. Quantitative is numbers, qualitative is text. So when you have text in your data, you have to encode them, right? Dummy encoding. In binary logistic regression, the next question. Acha, in regression analysis, the variable that is being predicted is dependent variable. Okay. Next, in binary logistic regression, Dependent variable is binary. Yeah. Hello. లింక్ పంపించాను. ఒకళ్ళు అడ్మిట్ అయ్యారు ఇప్పుడు. నేను ఎప్పుడో పంపించాను. నీకు రాలేదా? ఓకే, నీకు 1 సెకండ్. నేను వాళ్ళకి ఇద్దరికి పంపించాను. నీకు కూడా ఫార్వర్డ్ చేస్తాను. It's true or false? Data frame structure refers to by default rows are variables, columns are observations. It's false. Rows are observations, columns are variables. So what is the function for frequency counts? Value counts. Exploratory data analysis includes only descriptive statistics. Non-numeric categorical variables missing values are imputed with non-numeric categorical variables. Mode or
Mode.
A two-tailed hypothesis test about the mean is performed. The observed p-value is 0.60. If the alpha is 0.05, then the correct decision would be fail to reject what?
Null hypothesis.
Null hypothesis, because the p-value is greater than 0.05. Binary distribution is also called binomial distribution. Find the median of the following data. 280. The data is in ascending order only. The exact midpoint is 280. Plot created using the frequency distribution table is used to creating the frequency distribution table. Histogram. Correct. Plot created using the quartiles. Box plot. Plot created using standard Z scores.
Scatter plot.
A dash refers to the people in your study, whereas a dash refers to a distinct group of people. Population and sample. The best suitable plot for identifying the outliers in data.
Box plot.
Bell curve represents
normal distribution.
Which measure of central tendency has tendency to distort or affected by high or low values? What is distorted? Mean is distorted by high values and low values. Linear equation uses the following method. Oh, it is, I think, ordinary least square method. The distance between the residual and straight line should be minimum. Binary logistic regression uses maximum likelihood method. Okay, neural networks we have not discussed. Okay, this is advanced machine learning. So you will have similar questions in next week's MCQ test. Basic statistics, basic MLR till binary logistic regression and linear, what you call till decision tree. Random forest and gradient boosting not included. Till decision tree, whatever we have covered. EDA, hypothesis testing, data pre-processing, and MLR and BLR. You will get MCQs like this, 30 MCQs, 45 minutes. For the online participants, these were the first set of questions we have discussed. Okay, clear? A timer will be there. I will send you the Google Sheet with questions. Each question is compulsory. 45 minutes. Before 45 minutes, you have to click the submit button. Otherwise, the form will not be submitted. You will get 0. So the moment you submit the sheet, you will get your marks then and there, and you will get the email of your correct answers. You will also get the correct answers emailed to you immediately. Okay, and then it will be followed by a comprehensive evaluation test where I'll give a data set. Like earlier we did, I'll give you a hypothesis test questions, I'll give you frequency plots, cross tabulations, describe, histograms, box plots. Then I will ask you to do label encoding, then model building will be there. One complete evaluation will be there. And then one mock interview, the first mock interview based on your till now. Okay, so you want mock interview first and then the test, or you want the test first and the mock interview? That you guys have to tell me. Mock interview will be like 20 minutes per student, will be conducted online and it will be recorded for the placement team's purposes. So you will be sitting in one of the cabins. I'll send you the Zoom link, which will be where you will be logging in and you will be having the questions. Questions range from typical actual interview, like introduce yourself, tell me about yourself, to questions related to statistics, questions related to hypothesis testing, questions related to data pre-processing, and questions related to multiple linear regression and binary logistic regression. Okay, so your mock interview will be evaluated for 50 marks, and these two components will be evaluated for 50 marks. So total 100 marks will be a primary score that goes to the placement team here in Bombay to show how ready you are. If you are doing very well and if you are ready, if you are they might put you in placements. Whenever the company comes, you will have a chance to sit in the interview. They'll ask me opinion also. If I say, okay, you are ready, you will be having your placements done immediately. PJ20 already started. 3 companies have come already last week. So they are all looking at first, like now everything is like, they are calling the probationary period as internship period. Every company you join have a probationary period, right? 6 months to 1 year. So nowadays in data science, they're calling it as internship period. They'll give you a honorarium of 20,000 or 15,000. If you do very well in the first month only, they're converting your internship into a full-fledged offer and giving you a salary package offer. 3rd month or 6th month, based on your performance, you'll get it. But you have to perform. They are expected to perform well. Like what happened in CBRE, all of them are being taken on roles. That's a pure SQL profile. They'll work on SQL for some time, and after that they'll get into machine learning because the data is very large. Data is unstructured, so they are bringing the data to structure. The team in India is bringing the data to a proper structure. So that will be also there. So if you are ready, maybe in July, middle of July last week, you also will be pushed into placements. I will try to make sure that by the time R also has been started, and you will also have interface to R. Okay, so please be careful about your things. The people who scored well in the placements, tests and all will be considered for placements in the first position. Okay, and if your performance is weak, then they will put you on hold and they will put you on restudying or with the existing batch, or you will be asked to study on your own or prepare on yourself. And then unless you again give a test and mock and score good, you will not be put on placement process. Yeah, there will be mocks and tests will happen at end of everything. Now we are covering till binary logistic regression only, right? Decision tree only we are covering now. Now you will have after 2 weeks again a evaluation test will be there, but that time there will be no mock interviews. An evaluation test will happen that covers decision tree, random forest, gradient boosting, neural networks, whatever was covered during that time, including some basic statistics will continue all through that. You'll have only an evaluation test again for 30 marks or 40 marks. No mock interviews. After July last week, you will have another mock interview and an exam. By the time you will complete Python, then you will have Python in a time series, Python natural language processing, Python deep learning in the test, and you will have a mock interview with advanced machine learning with all the algorithms and the time series data and natural language processing. That's how it is planned. And after all the courses are over, Python and R both are over, you will have one comprehensive mock done by an external evaluator from Bombay. That is before you get your certificate. Okay. So that once you placed by then, that mock, they'll just do some namesake, 5 minutes, tell me about yourself, whatever algorithm explained, and then they close it up. But if you are not placed, they'll ask you all sorts of questions. So by the time you should all get placed. That's the target. 20 has already started. They have given interviews, written tests. The interviews are covered. Written tests are mostly data set is given and then they're asked to pre-process it and run some things. SQL is being asked constantly. So I am asking you guys to enroll into that IBM SQL course, which is free on EDX. Do that course. Okay, if you brush up your SQL skills, there is a practice course also available on EDX, which is free. Do it on SQL. Practice SQL constantly. We will also do SQL. Once the placement thing starts, I will also do SQL for you as a complete revision. 3 sessions will happen. My SQL will be taught to you at that point of time. But during this time, so that you don't forget SQL, I request all of you to do that IBM SQL on EDX, which is free. See, base SQL is same. Create, select, where, from the arguments are same. Whatever may be the SQL, Hive, MySQL, or your Microsoft SQL, or NoSQL, or what you call SQLite, all those things, the basic keywords are same. Create, select, from, where, like, include, as in, all those things are same. So there is a very interesting course on IBM. IBM guys have created a course, which is like, it is a basic course for any type of SQL. Whatever may be the SQL, this is a basic course. It will give you the keyword, and the keyword utility is also the same. Like how to use where clause, how to use like clause, what is the difference between like and as in. So that is how this IBM SQL has been given in EDX. Let me open EDX first. So EDX is Microsoft training thing, which is free. In this, you have this IBM SQL, Introduction to SQL. Okay, this is the one which is free. It starts from tomorrow. You can do it, but only thing is they will give you for 1 month. So when you start, you have to complete it. So what you will learn is this: SQL options, select, insert, update, delete statement, create a database, time stack, nested queries. This is the what they will give you some basic SQL course. You can easily do it. Okay, but once you enroll, you have to complete it in 30 days. Then this one, SQL for data science, you have to do IBM SQL for data science. So here, when you say SQL, it's like, you know, how to apply SQL queries, create a database, string patterns, sort and group data, how to use data analyzing Python SQL, Python SQLite, something they will give you. So this will help you out. So these are free courses. You can join them free of cost. But if you want certificate, you have to pay the fee, 7,737. You will get the certificate also. Otherwise, it's absolutely free of cost, but only 1 month is the time they give you. So within 1 month, you have to complete the course. So you can complete it in just 4 days, nothing more than that. It's a very interesting course. These two courses, if you can do, it will keep your SQL in practice so that you don't forget your SQL. Okay, try enrolling to those two courses and try doing them. That way it is very important. SQL is very important because they are expecting you to download your own data rather than depend on others. Even that Srijan Technologies, they have given questions on SQL only. 4 or 5 questions they are asked in interview also in SQL regarding inner join, or join, natural join, inner join. Mostly we use inner join, right? So inner join and all. Then when to use where clause, when to use as in clause, when to use how to update or how to delete, how to insert rows. So like that, they will ask you questions. So you can prepare yourself for those SQL. So please do these two SQL courses. That will help you a lot. You can keep in your practice. You can use your mobile also to do these courses. So nothing there, you can download the EDX app, got it. But 1 month access only you'll have. Okay, please do them. SQL, keep yourself abridged with SQL. I will also do SQL from maybe once we cover all the algorithms, we'll start with SQL before we go into R. Okay, so we'll have a MySQL sessions where we will do complex queries, nested queries, multiple table mergings, how to join, all those things we will discuss. Simple query to complex queries involving 5 to 10 tables also. That also we will do. Okay. So we have, the thing is you have to practice. Without practicing, it will not work. Same thing for this. Study at least half an hour in a day. Go through the note. That's why I'm sending you PDF files. Read the notes. Just go through the notes. What is there in the PDF given by me? That should be enough for your interviews also. And update your GitHub profiles on weekends. Whenever you have time on weekends, work on your GitHub profiles. So what should we do today? Since you guys are worried about Numpy, pandas, functions, and basic commands, shall we do that or shall I go into an algorithm, support vector machine? Basic Numpy and pandas you want to do? Right? See, the syllabus is very vast. So you have to narrow down to the point, to those concepts which you are comfortable with. Make sure the interviewer will ask you in those concepts where you are comfortable with. How to narrow down? By using your GitHub profile and your SQL, whatever projects you do on SQL, so that the interviewer focus there. Otherwise, he might ask you something which you may not even know. So to avoid it, whatever you're doing in SQL and your projects on GitHub, make sure you have 100% industry. Then those guys will ask and keep the interview to that purpose only. If so that you can have questions which are related to which you can easily answer and where you can clear them. Otherwise, they may ask you questions. It's a vast subject, right? Nobody can completely understand the whole subject. So it's better to have some control on the interview processes through having your projects, and whatever you do in the projects, you should be able to explain it. 2 things. That's all. Even in this region also, they ask them the particular project, what you have done, what process. They ask them to explain the project in 5 minutes, covering all the concepts. Okay, so that is how you have to prepare yourself. All right, all of you open a new Jupyter notebook. All right. So the basic data structure of Python is arrays are also called as lists. Arrays start and end with square brackets. And elements separated by comma. So arrays are mutable or appendable. Arrays are mutable or appendable. That means you can edit them, you can make changes to them. Num array is equal to square bracket 23, 45, 65, 3. Character array, or the right word is object. So what do you observe in the output? Particularly this output. I wanted to focus on the numerical output. What do you observe? Yes, mixed data types. Arrays allow mixed data types. Arrays allow mixed data types. What are the mixed data types here? Int and float. What other thing you observe here? One more thing you need to observe in the numerical data output. No, that any programming language numbers doesn't need quotes. Only characters need to be in quotes. Duplicates. You see, 23 is coming 2 times, 45 is coming 2 times. Arrays allow duplicates. And what other thing you want? One more thing you observe, and they are unordered. They are unordered, right? So arrays allow mixed data types. See, arrays are mutable. That means you can edit them, you can append them. Arrays are allow mixed data types, int and float. Even they allow, I forgot the mixed array. Mixed array is equal to 23, comma, AAA, comma, BB, comma, 100, comma, 200, comma, 300. Print mixed array. See, Alphabets, characters and numbers are also allowed in arrays. Both numeric data type as well as object data type is also allowed in arrays. So what are the features of arrays? If you go for a Python programming interview, the first thing they will ask you is, what are the features of arrays? Arrays are square brackets, first thing. Arrays are mutable, second thing. Arrays allow mixed data types. Arrays allow duplicates. Arrays are unordered. There is no order in the output, right? So you have to be very, very careful when you are dealing with this type of data. This is the fundamental data structure. So whenever Numpy is all about arrays. And what type of array we created? What dimensional array we have created? What dimensional array we have created? One dimensional array we have created. If it is more than one dimensional, it becomes a matrix. It can be two dimensional, or it can be three dimensional, or it can be n dimensional, right? Because it will, if you don't use it, will print the last output only. If you want every output of every thing, you have to give print for every output. Otherwise, it will by default print the last line's output. Okay, arrays. After arrays, the second most important is tuples. Tuples are immutable data type, data structures, and start and end with round brackets or parentheses. They are immutable. You cannot append them. That is the primary difference. Now let us see what other differences are there in array. Sorry, in tuple. Num tuple is equal to open round bracket 23, 45, 65, 23, 45, 78.89, 100.20, 65. Print num tuple object tuple is equal to round brackets. I'll copy from the top, right, to waste time. Okay, same like list or arrays, but only thing is you cannot edit them. You cannot edit them. That is the only difference between tuples and lists. Rest of all are same. They are unordered. They allow duplicates. They allow multiple data types. Only thing is you cannot edit or append a tuple. List is mutable and appendable. Tuples are immutable. That is the only difference between list and tuples, or arrays and tuples. So allow duplicates and unordered and allow mixed types. Only difference from arrays or lists is tuples cannot be edited or append. Good try. So num array dot insert. Sorry, there is this insert function, right? Insert 34. Oh, that will give the location also. Right. Num array. See? Oh, sorry, I reversed it. Insert 5, 34, 5, 2. So it is inserting 2 at 5th location. This you can do. Num tuple dot insert. First of all, there is no insert function. I am typing it, pressing the tab. It is not giving me an insert option. Even if I force the insert option, it says has no attribute insert. You can either use, see, for appending, there are multiple functions. For appending, there are multiple functions. There is an append function. There is an insert function. There is an append function. There is an insert function. In append, what it will do is, by default, it will place it in the last. Insert, you have to specify the location. Append, by default, in the last. For insert, you have to specify the location also. That is the difference between append and insert. In case of append the array, it will by default put it at the end. Whereas in case of insert, you have to specify the location, which location of the array you want it. That is the difference between append and array, but both can be used for doing the. So you cannot append or insert or edit the tuple, right? That is the only difference. Got it? That is previous command. Previous I gave previous command output, where I gave 5 as this thing. That's why it came like that. It is it stored the previous running also. Got it, all of you? Now, the third data structure, which is very important, is set. Sets are data structures that start and end with curly brackets they start and end with curly brackets. Num set is equal to curly brackets. I will copy the output of the previous one. Num set object set. Copy the previous objects thing. Print object set mixed set So what do you observe in sets? Look at the output of the first numeric thing.
It does not allow duplicates.
Yes, it does not allow duplicates. So they do not allow duplicates. And what do you see here? Anything else?
Order.
There is an order here. See, you can see they are in order. If they are of same mathematical type, you get the order. Here also you should get order. I don't know why we are not getting the order here. But I think it is set should be ordered actually. Unordered. Unordered, unchangeable, and unindexed. Unordered, unchangeable, and do not allow. That means mutation is not possible. You cannot edit sets. Huh? Acha, you want to specify, right? That you can do it in Numpy. Numpy mein kar sakte. I'll show you how to do that. But only array is specifiable. Other things are not. I'm not sure. Let me check once. Okay. See, we have not used any library till now. We are looking at the base Python only. We have not imported any library. We are looking at the base Python only. The next type is dictionary. Dictionary are set with key value pairs. Sets with key value pairs. Dict is equal to curly braces male colon 1 comma female colon 0. Print dict. Dictionaries are another type which are sets with key value pairs. Key is the text, value is the number. Key is the text, value is the number. All right, the basic dictionary types you have understood. Okay, can we move forward? So now let us look at what all things you can do on arrays or lists. The table used to be there where we can see all the functions that can be applied on array. See. So these are all the functions that can be applied on array. So on an array, so you can do appending, you can clear, you can copy, you can count, you can extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, and sort. These are all the functions you can do on arrays that are mutable. Mutable means they can be changed. So you can append. So adds an element at the end of the list, clear, removes all the elements of the list, copy, copies the list, count, returns the number of elements of the list, extend, add the elements of a list to the end, index, returns the index of the first element with the specified location, pop, removes the element at specified location, reverse the order of the list, sort, sorts the list in descending or ascending order. So these are all functions which can be applied on list. List name dot the function name. Array. Arrays or list, yes. Which one? No. See, sets again, there is an issue. Sets also unchangeable. What does I said here? Sets and you cannot change them, right? Tuple and sets, you cannot mute them. List or arrays, you can do them. List or arrays, you can apply these functions. List or arrays are synonymous. Only thing is list can be one dimensional, arrays will be multi-dimensional. The only difference I personally see is list is one dimensional, whereas array is n dimensional. You can have a two-dimensional matrix, three-dimensional or n-dimensional matrix. I will show you how to do that. You can do it using a simple what you call Numpy function. So for creating arrays, we need Numpy. Okay. Got it, all of you? All right, can we move forward? Now let us import the NumPy. Import NumPy as NP. Now NumPy is very important for multi-dimensional arrays. When you want to create more than one dimensional, you have to do this. X2D is equal to, there are multiple ways of doing it. NP dot random dot rand int in brackets 10 comma size is equal to 3 comma 4 x to t. So what we have created is a two-dimensional array with 3 rows and 4 columns. Two-dimensional array with 3 rows and 4 columns, which is a matrix, right? Matrix of 3 rows and 4 columns. Suppose if you want to do a three-dimensional array, x3d is equal to, I will take the same thing, Control C, Control V, you will add comma 5. Which one? So it created, see here, 3 matrices. It has created 3 matrices of the size 4 into 5. Remember here 3 refers to 3 rows and 4 columns. I'll answer the question 1 minute. Here, what is happening is 3 matrices with 5 rows, 5 columns and 4 rows. So you're asking something? Because we are not printing multiple outputs, na? If I write both the commands in single cell, then I have to give 2 print functions for x and y. We have only one thing there, right? So when you're printing the one single function, you don't need to give. But if I type both the things in one single cell, then I have to give it 2 times. All right. See, you can also create matrix using np.array. np dot array you can also make a matrix using np dot array, or you can follow the previous procedure also. When you're doing large scale matrix creation, you follow the previous procedure. When you're doing a small scale things, you can use np dot array. So it says, if you meant to do this, you must specify the type object, D type as object. It is no longer treating it as a matrix, it is treating it as an object. So you have to specify the D type as object. So it is no longer treated as numbers. So if you, because they are uneven, right? It becomes an array. So equal size is mandatory. Okay. np dot zeros 3, 4. np dot ones 3, np dot arrange np dot zeros, np dot ones, np dot arrange. What are they doing? Of zeros and ones. Yeah. Arrange multiplication. It is creating a list of numbers of multiples of 5. 5, 10, 15, 25. Multiples of 5. Arrange will create multiples of the 5 in the range. Huh? Starting value. The second would be the end value. The next one is the multiple. In Python, we will not get the end value. End value will be ignored. If you say, we'll talk about it in slicing. If you give 0, 3, it will take only 0, 1, and 2. It will ignore 3. So end value will be ignored in Python. Across slicing and arrange also same. See, that's why now, if you remember in big mat cells, you give x is x colon x square bracket 0 colon 2. It will take only 0 and 1. First 2 letters. The second will be ignored, right? Like this only it will happen. The outer value will be ignored. Lean space. Lean space is equal spacing. 1.25 is the equal spacing it is creating between 0 and 5. Linear space. Evenly spaced values. Lean space means evenly spaced values. np.full. So, see, evenly spaced values, it is considered, but why it is 1 second? Let me check np.rx. That's a good question. So, linspace will return evenly spaced or a specified interval, returns num evenly spaced sample start and stop. The endpoint of the interval can optionally be excluded. So if you want an output like this one, we have to give endpoint is equal to false. Whereas by default in arrange, it is endpoint is equal to true. I think here also we can give endpoint. There is no endpoint here. For linspace, there is an endpoint that will ignore the outer value. Okay, so that is the difference here. See, for some operations we need endpoint. For some we don't need the endpoint. That is the argument here. So here it doesn't give you the endpoint. There is no endpoint argument in arrange. So if you want endpoint, you have to use linspace. Both are linear separating, right? Evenly separating only. That is the difference. Got it? np.I. So what is the output of this np.I? Identity matrix. So I is an identity matrix. Empties will be zeros, no? You got all zeros? Huh? Yeah, empty will be giving you zero matrix only, right? NP dot zero also will give you zero matrix only. Both are same. Huh. So, okay. I have explained it. But why 1e minus 3.23? That is also zero only. It will also give zero only, all zeros only. Array of zeros, array of empty array. This is empty array, that is array of zero. Zero is a value. NP dot zeros is zero matrix, zero is a value. Here it is purely empty, without any value. Shape is 3 matrices, 4 columns, 5 rows. Sorry, 4 rows, 5 columns, right? Length is 3 matrices and dimensions 3. Size is 60. 5 into 4, no? 20 elements per matrix. 3 into 20, 60. Data type is int64. Info will give you a lot of information. See, all we do is we give the table as we give the data as data table only, right? But in the back end, it will break it into matrices. For us, it is a data frame. Multiple linear regression without converting into matrix, how it will calculate? What is the formula for multiple linear regression? X transpose multiplied by X to the inverse matrix multiplied by X transpose multiplied by Y. That means your input table has to be broken, converted into matrix. Then only the coefficients can be calculated. So what are Python, SAS or SPSS or any statistical software will do is, whatever data input you are giving as table, in the backend it will break it into matrix. In the backend it will convert it into matrix. And these matrices will be used for computation. Because the formula is simple, X transpose multiplied by X into the inverse. It's all matrix formulation. Even for logistic regression, we have a matrix formulation, but that is very complex matrix formulation. So we use a log loss calculation with a solver. So every algorithm has a matrix formulation in the backend. Why matrix formulation? Because parallel processing. Matrices allow parallel calculations. That is the reason why in deep learning they created another structure. Google guys created TensorFlow, which is matrix of matrices. A matrix of matrices is called tensor. So parallel processing is possible. Parallel calculations can be done in matrices. That is why matrix formulation is the preferred formulation for ML and AI. And Google guys have created tensor, which is matrix in matrix. So that will even faster the computational process, which is the fundamental of deep learning image processing. Images are very large, right? Images are very large. A 3-dimensional image will have pixel from 0 to 255. Right, huge matrices will be there. Sometimes images will be 3-dimensional. Beyond 3-dimensional, we are not processing because above 3-dimensional, you need large scale servers to process. So the 360 degrees images, right? They are very complex to process. Satellite images. Satellite images are very complex images which you can't process on your laptop, no matter how many GPUs you have. It has to be done on large scale computing systems. Geospatial maps will be there. No? They're all very complex data. See, Numpy is the source, right? What is sklearn? It's based on Numpy, right? So whatever data we give to Python, it will convert into matrix, and sklearn will Numpy will convert into matrix, and sklearn will take over from there and implement the algorithm. That is the structure. Same thing happens in R. In R, we call them as vectors. C and followed by round brackets and the elements, we'll call them as vectors. When we discuss R, we will discuss that. C or R also is same. Vectors, sets, dictionaries, they are all there in R also. Typically, any statistical software, these data structures are mandatory. So where do you see key value pairs? Dummy variable encoding. Can you do dummy variable encoding without key value pairs? No, right? Label encoding or get dummies is all about dictionaries, right? Where you have to give a text and a tag. So tuples are sometimes your outputs come as tuples. Shape output is a tuple. Round brackets will get the rows and things. Some outputs come in tuples, which cannot be changed. So if the output cannot be changed, it will come in the form of a tuple. If the outputs can be appended or can be used for further processing, they come as arrays. Because a lot of outputs will come now in multiple linear regressions. A lot of outputs will come. Some outputs you can use for further calculations, but some outputs you cannot change them. Like I just asked that. Once it is calculated, it's fixed. Now coefficients, you can use it for further calculations in lasso or ridge, or you can do something else with those coefficients. So they come as arrays. So that is what you need to understand in how the programming part works in this. Okay. So it's 11 o'clock. Let's break and we'll meet after 15 minutes. np.log Okay, so exponential, square root, logarithm. You want to work on data set. Uh, uh. Till regression only it's there, na? Regression and decision tree. No, that is you have to talk to Uday. That is not done by me. That schedule is given by Martigas guys. That you have to talk to Uday. That's not my decision. You have to speak to Uday because the schedule is generated by them only. I don't have any problem. You have to finalize with Uday. No, we can't go to model building directly. We have to go through the process only. EDA, pre-processing, and then only model building. Direct model building is not at all suggested because we don't know which variable is important and which variable is not important. We have to go through the process. Uh, Yeah, send to the data set. The dependent variable is CNT, count of bicycles rented. This is the data you have to predict using the variables, how many bicycles will be rented. First things we have the process, right? The same process which we have to do everything. Whatever we are doing in a process. So let me show you the process. What we have done for any process, this data doesn't have missing values, so you don't need to worry about missing values, but you need to do label encoding. So the process is, first you have to import the data. Then I'll give you the process I will give you. I'll give you manually. Start working on the process, the commands. So this is the process and the steps. For everything, you have to do the following process. Dependent variable is CND, which is the summation of casual and registered. Casual workers and registered bicycles, the summation is CND. Count of bicycles. CNT means count of bicycles. I will send you the text file. One second. Forgot to send you the text file. I sent you the file, readme.txt. Just look at it. It has the detailed description of all the variables, readme.txt. You can delete the column readme.date. But it's better my way to wait for some time because the battery will be anyway blocked. I also got lots of messages that there are
bike is parked over there.
yeah, I
Right,
also
then
got
it was
messages. See here. People are circulating the messages. They are targeting the central government offices and railway stations. So passport offices in Secunderabad, they will definitely target that. So if you go, if one can leave right now, or else else wait for some hours. By the time police might clear them. The police will definitely clear them. But BJP, that Agnipath issues going on. And even Congress also, the ED thing is going on. Both are going on. Raj Bhavan. Today I am doing it in central government offices. Secunderabad, passport office, GST office. Secunderabad has a central government. Amirpet also has central government offices. You want to get leave, no problem. But check the Google traffic and go whenever you are going. You want me to send us an email also for this? Okay, from safe side. You can leave right now or if you want, but eat and go. My friends are in down. Or wait for 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock and leave. That's the best option. Yesterday, Khairabad was horrible. One of my apartment neighbor, he was in a car for 3 hours. He can't even move. He is a sugar patient. Ultimately, told the traffic police that you getting sugar down. He had left the car there in the middle and he walked for 2 kilometers, got some auto, went to some bakery, did some eating and then somehow reached. Once the mob, nobody can control. Mobs are very dangerous. And that too is something related to emotional like soldier recruitment and all. Very, very dangerous. Soldier recruitment does not happen in Secunderabad much, but Hyderabad, Islamabad, Karimnagar, lot of soldier recruitment happens. So, because their families depend on army. Congress people are yesterday. Today Congress plus this Agnipath things. Two things are going on. Sorry.
మాకు సపోర్ట్ చేయండి సార్. ఏదైతే టీఓటీ ఉందో దాన్ని క్యాన్సల్ చేయాలి. ఎగ్జామ్ పెట్టాలి సార్. వేలాది మంది, లక్షలాది మంది మా బాధ అర్థం చేసుకుంటారు. ఎంతమంది సంవత్సరంన్నర 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా వేచి ఉన్నారు. ఇప్పటికీ ఎంతమంది చనిపోయారు సార్. ఇప్పుడు ఇద్దరు చనిపోయారు.
TV9. Secunderabad railway station is a problem area. How will you go there? By MMTS, huh? Metro. I think MMTS they blocked, and Metro I think it's running. Bus they blocked till the Raniganj or the Paradise. 3 more driver, 3 trains. I don't know. I have to call my batchmates how they are. SCR guys, VCR since. That's a wrong policy, you know. It's a wrong policy. Who will ex-servicemen? Nobody is recruiting. With 17, 18 work experience, nobody is recruiting them. They are more disciplined. Ain't madam? Okay. So I think it should clear in another 1 or 2 hours. It will clear. 1 hour it will take time. Metro might be running. If metro is running, you can leave. That will be safe. No problem. But check the Google traffic and go. Lot of my batchmates work in Secunderabad railway station. Railway batchmates. Nampally station, they closed off completely. MMT is the block. So Secunderabad and Nampally avoid. You have to find alternative routes. Metro is safe. Metro goes from top, na? MMTS they blocked off because that was the same railway network. They can't block metro, right? So that is the problem. They can't block metro. Now metro will be crowded because all people will go by metro only. Because it assumes variance is equal. In Excel also, we have assuming equal variances and assuming unequal variances. Yeah, you have, but by default, it will take equal underscore var is equal to true, which is wrong. Because variances will differ. On real-time data, you will never have equal variances. You split the data and check the variance. You can check the variance, na? You split the data and check the variance. Ah. Ah. I didn't get you. Okay, you're done, you can leave or you can submit me by today evening or tomorrow. Print, you will print all columns. Data frame all columns. And also open the text file or open the text file. See, in this is the most important step in this data set. Okay. Why it is most important? Because if you do D types, so let us say bike data, let me import PD equal to PD dot read underscore CSV. Okay, so bike data dot D types. See, all the data types are integer and float. That means they are numerical. Now look at the variables season. Is it numerical? The data is in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. But what does the season variable mean? If you open the text file, season has 4 numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. What is season? Season 1 means it is spring, 2 means summer, 3 means fall, and 4 means winter. That means you have to convert this into label encoder using, sorry, get dummies. How many observations you have? I think you have less observations here. So use label encoding. Because you have to convert them into categorical, no? Otherwise it will take the mean of the variable, no? In regression. Can you take the mean of the variable? No, regression will take it as numerical. You have to tell regression, do not treat it as numerical. That means you have to label encode it or get dummies. 2 options based on the number of data points. I think data points are less. So you have to use label encoder only. So season has to be label encoded. Year has to be label encoded. So columns to be label encoded are season, year, month, holiday, weekday again, whether it is Monday, Tuesday, that is also working day is 0 and 1. Then weather situation, again, multiple things you have to label encode. These are the label encodes. You have to label encode these columns. And what are the numeric columns? Your numeric columns will be temp, a temp, humidity, wind speed, casual, registered, and CNT. Now here also you have to do multicollinearity. You have to do correlation analysis. There will be, so for numeric columns, you have to do correlation analysis and identify multicollinearity and delete those columns. There will be multicollinearity between temp and atemp. Choose one among them. There will be multicollinearity among these 3. Sorry, casual, registered, and count will have multicollinearity. Choose to remove one. CNT you cannot remove. You have to choose between casual and registered. Okay, so these 2 are the critical steps. Label encode numeric variables here. Here there are no object data, but you have to treat them as objects. Season 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? Multicollinearity is greater than 0.95. Correlation of greater than 0.95. Check the notes. If there is correlation greater than 0.95 between two variables, we call it as multicollinearity. You should not include both the variables. You have to drop one of the variable and include only one variable. Two variables, you calculate correlation. That is your choice. That is your choice. But see, C and T cannot be dropped. You have to choose between the other two, your choice. Temp and datemp, you can choose your own variable, your choice. Huh? Greater than 0.95 indicates multicollinearity. And you have to delete instant and DT day. These columns have to be there because from the date we have extracted season, year, month, holiday, weekday, working day. These all have been extracted from this. I will show you how to extract this once we go into time series analysis. Extraction we can do only one example, but the DT extraction, date time extraction, we will work on time series data. That time I will show you detailed date time extraction. Okay, so you have to delete this. It will be same, but it will be treated as category. It will not be treated as numeric. 0 to 12, but data structure will be categorical. So it will be treated as categorical or get dummies. If you have data, you can do get dummies. Then it will be binary encoding. I think you don't have enough data for get this one. So there are only 700 some observations. Already we have significant variables. I don't think data will be enough for get dummies. So you have to do label encoding on it. Dummy encoding. Subject you have data, use get dummies. Otherwise, go for label encoding. Or you can try one hot encoding. One hot encoding you can try. Okay, so these things you have to write, note down. These things you have to make changes. Online guys, any doubts?
So working day.
Working day is also you have to encode 0 and 1.
0 is holiday or
0 is
weekend?
it's not a working day. 1 is working day. Checks the text file, na? I have sent you the readme text file, right? So for working, if day is neither weekend or nor holiday, 1, otherwise 0. So if the day is weekend or holiday, it will be 0. Sorry, is 1. Otherwise, it will be 0. If it is working day, it is
It will be 1.
otherwise it will be 0.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, when will be test conducted, sir? Test, sir. When will it conducted?
22, no? 22nd.
22nd, okay.
Yeah. That I think your batch will discuss with Uday and get back to you.
Okay, sir.
You plan to discuss with him? Testing and all. Monday we will talk. All right, I'm stopping the share, okay?
Sir, upload the classes, sir. Last.
Huh.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.